Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you're having a blessed Ash Wednesday. We're here today with I always call you Sister Lydia, but it's Lydia LoCoCo, who is the Director of Community Relations for the Archdiocese of Milwaukee. So Lydia, how's your Ash Wednesday going so far?
Going great. And in my alternative life, I would have loved to have been a sister.
So in one of the interviews you had previously with Catholic Herald, you called yourself the Chief Friend Maker. So what do you do as a Director of Community Relations? What do you do?
Right. Here's the deal, and you have such a young viewership, you probably already know this, but I will say it for anybody who might have come of age in a different, more institutionally solid church, and we're the church. We don't go to people, they come to us, right? So I was having a talk with the Archbishop one day, and I just said, we have to be better neighbors. I mean, we're great neighbors, but we have to really make an effort and reach out and kind of explain ourselves. And I kind of hinted that we might be a little irrelevant and invisible in the secular world of city government and things like that. And he goes, "You're absolutely right." And he goes, so I've worked for the Archdiocese this is my 14th year, but he said, "I want you to work." I office in the office of the Archbishop, but he said, "I want you outside of the building. So go have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with everyone you can find." So that's what I do. I mean, it's really led to some amazingly beautiful collaboration, which would have never happened. So it's great.
So you're really a pioneer in this beautiful.
Absolutely, for sure, in so many ways that you don't even know. No, I mean, yeah, like you are. I mean, absolutely, we are. We're women working in the church, right? Just for the gospel. So I think we are kind of navigating new ways to serve.
Mm-hmm. So how did you, before this meeting with the bishop, what all did you do, and how did God kind of work through you to get into communications and all of this wonderful stuff?
This is where I want your young listeners to listen to me, because this is what you have to do. So what happened was, then Archbishop Dolan was in our diocese. He had just come. He had so many amazing ideas and wanted to create something called the Nazareth Project. I saw what they were doing in the paper, and I called the person that was running those offices, and I said, "This is exactly what the church needs." And he goes, "Well, you should come visit." And I did, and I said, "You don't have any openings?" My last child had gone to school. "Do you have any openings?" And I have no resume, nothing to offer, nothing. So you young women, listen to me. And he said, "Well, I have a stipend for $9 an hour for 10 hours a week to help me in this office." I said, "I'll take it."
That's cool.
Within the year, I was director of the Nazareth Project for Archbishop Dolan. But don't you think that gives encouragement to people who go, "I don't have the right credentials"?
Right.
You have to jump in.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Just be on fire for the Lord, and he's going to take you in crazy places.
Yeah. And you have to have the courage to also, I mean, you had this amazing courage. It's amazing what you can do with a little bit of courage from the Lord, and just.
I always think my ideas are so much better. I think, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't we doing this? I mean, you too, you have all this video background, and you join a convent and they say, "Bring your camera."
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing. It's not a tradition, in the book that we read when we were little, nuns didn't do video shows.
Yeah. It's amazing how time has changed. So basically the main question I want to ask you today, because especially in our readings today for Ash Wednesday, it talks about being ambassadors for Christ in the second book of Corinthians. And you very much are we all are called to be ambassadors, but you're in a very special role where you are ambassador basically every time you meet with someone.
Right.
How do we share our faith with others?
I think they have to see that you have something that they want. I think joy, I think if they see you are absolutely solidly grounded in the real, and I do think we have to become better neighbors to people. We have to quit sitting and thinking they're going to come at a certain time and undo a folding chair and sit and listen to us evangelize. That hasn't gone so well, So, and we've tried, had great programming. You know, it's not how it's going to happen.
So basically like just kind of evangelize with our lives. So just like
yeah, I think in this woke culture, just to sit at a breakfast with the faith liaison who has never heard the word Archdiocese and be really warm and find out he's from Mississippi and I'm from Louisiana. And we have a lot more in common than you would think, you know, so those are my words of wisdom is the world is dying of thirst and we have the water, you know, so.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you so much for sharing your joyful, just open personality. That's awesome. So
we're going to jump off the cliff and give it all, right? Jump out into the deep for sure. And I've been sprinkled this morning. So, right. I received my ashes on my head for the first time. So anything can happen now, right? So nice to meet you, sister.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Lydia. And thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. We look forward to sharing more podcasts with you in the future. Bye.